Welcome to this video on Orlando, the Granite, and the Rainbow, where we deconstruct time, gender, and identity in Virginia Woolf's masterpiece. This video explores the new biography and the prism of identity. Orlando's life is impossible. The premise follows a nobleman who lives for 300 years, transforming into a woman halfway through without aging. Woolf wrote this experimental biography of her lover, Vita Sackville-West, as a satire of history and a manifesto on the fluidity of the self. Woolf utilizes the stream of consciousness technique to unlock consciousness. This narrative style captures the unfiltered, messy, non-linear flow of thoughts. Unlike traditional authors who act as editors, Woolf fires the editor, mimicking the raw data of the psyche. In Orlando, time is a trick of the mind. Woolf uses sensory triggers to collapse time, bridging centuries instantly. Subjective reality prevails, where internal time outweighs clock time. 10 minutes of waiting can feel heavier than 50 years of objective history. Woolf rejects the static personality, showing that we are not one, but many. Orlando comprises multiple selves: the boy, the duke, the lover, and the poet, that exist simultaneously. The stream of consciousness method allows us to see these identities overlapping within the same mind. Woolf's new biography is a revolt against Victorian life writing, which she called tombstones. The Bloomsbury Group championed this new way, focusing on psychological interiority and the subject's inner life. The goal is to capture the creative fact, the spirit, rather than just the deeds. The title refers to the granite and the rainbow. Granite represents the hard truth, facts, dates, and genealogy. The rainbow symbolizes personality, imagination, spirit, and mood. Orlando blends these by using real photos of Vita Sackville-West, alongside a fantastical 300-year plot. Woolf introduces the frustrated narrator, a fictional biographer who constantly complains that Orlando isn't doing anything heroic or public. The insight here is that life happens in the quiet, internal moments of being, not just in the history books. The novel explores the performance of gender. As the narrator says, it is a change of clothes and not a change of sex that alters their social standing. Gender is presented as a costume and a role dictated by society. The narrative presents two ways of seeing the world. As a man, Orlando is in a world of action, legacy, and ownership at the center of history. As a woman, Orlando is in a world of restriction and observation, navigating expectations. The shift is in perspective and priority, not intelligence. Woolf suggests that clothes wear us. Differences in outlook are the result of the environment or social practice, rather than biology. Orlando's shift in perspective is triggered by external realities, and while the spirit remains unchanged, the social performance shifts. The third way is androgyny. Woolf defines genius as the resonant mind, a fusion of the male perspective, or power, and the female perspective, or observation. True genius, like Shakespeare's, requires the blending of both viewpoints. Orlando's modernist legacy rests on three pillars. On time, it is subjective, captured by the stream of consciousness. On biography, the new biography explores the inner self. And on gender, it is seen as a social performance, with the creative mind being fluid and androgynous. Woolf's closing statement summarizes the book's challenge to traditional biography. A biography is considered complete if it merely accounts for 6 or 7 selves, whereas a person may well have as many as 1,000. Thank you for watching this video. Here are the sources used and suggestions for further reading on Virginia Woolf and Orlando.